What is good, everyone? How y'all doing? So this is my post-game reaction of the Dinamo Zagreb and Man City game. Now I gotta say is what a performance tonight by Gabriel Jesus. This guy absolutely freaking killed it today with a hat-trick in the first, and well, with a goal in the first half and then 2 Gs in the second half. So this was a much-needed performance by him, especially because I don't know what's been going on with Gabriel Jesus at Manchester City, but 2 years ago he was becoming one of the best young strikers in Europe, but recently, this year in the Premier League, he's kind of regressed. He only had, 17 Gs and 19 appearances for Man City, but regardless of how people view him in terms of Premier League, today in the Champions League, you gotta admit, he stepped up, and he freaking did it. He scored a couple of Gs, and Man City, what a way for them to make a crazy turnaround. They were down 1-0, and Dinamo Zagreb scored that goal, and it looked like the Dynamo were going to upset it, but then Gabriel Jesus, something clicked, and he scored those 3 Gs today, so that's good. And Mahrez, let me tell you something. Mahrez is going to be a very crucial player for Man City, and Mahrez continues to show why he's one of the most underrated wingers in the world and why he is such an important centerpiece for Man City, because he assisted the first goal for Gabriel Jesus with a nice cross. And the thing about Riyad Mahrez is that this guy's crossing ability is without a doubt one of the best. And then Foden and Benjamin Mendy each assisted Gabriel Jesus with a goal. So I think for now at Man City, Pep's job is safe for now. The thing that's really going to determine whether or not Pep is going to stay or leave City, in my opinion, is whether or not he can guide Man City to the Champions League, because Man City, like it or not, they can go all the way, because last year, if it wasn't for that VAR, Man City would have made it to the Champions League final, in my personal opinion. But it just goes to show you that Pep is a good manager. Regardless of whether people hate or like Pep, I still think he has what it takes to become a great manager, because what he did with City, can't deny, winning all those Premier League titles with them is undisputable. And same with last year in the Champions League, because what really surprised me was how Man City kind of got screwed over by the VAR, because it looked like they were going to progress, but unfortunately VAR is Manchester City's worst enemy, and I hope that this year in the Champions League, VAR is not going to become Man City's worst enemy, because VAR last year is what ended Man City's dream of reaching the Champions League final under Pep. And Pep has just had bad luck recently. I think that he might go back to Barca either next year, or he might go back to coaching Bayern. I don't know yet, but regardless of whether or not Pep is going to go back to Bayern, if Pep does go back to Bayern, then I will welcome him, obviously, in open arms, because I think that Pep can still reach a Champions League final. Because one interesting thing about Pep in the post-Barcelona era is that he's never played in a Champions League final since that 2011 Champions League final against Manchester United. So I think it's just a string of bad events that is the reason why Pep hasn't been to a Champions League final. That's just my personal opinion. But hey, Man City, they win the group today with 14 points. Now, let's be honest, this was a very easy group, and the thing that's really going to judge Man City based on their performances is how well they can fare off against the big boys in the knockouts. So, anyways, guys, let me know, what did you think about this game? Gabriel Jesus, without a doubt, man of the match tonight, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, and stay tuned for more football review videos.